Hey guys, welcome to Lounge TV. I'm Larry, and today we're going to do something a little bit different because we're starting off with a brine that we're going to make for chicken. This episode is actually dedicated to Joe, so I hope he watches this so he can learn how to make nice juicy chicken. A little backstory on that is Michael came up, aka Pickle Boy,
aka Kid Behind the Camera,
or Kid Behind the Camera, and we were going to do a chilling and growing, and we made a chicken for him. I think we have that episode up somewhere. And
yeah, it should be.
It was very dry chicken, and I felt really bad for Michael. And what happened was, we were talking. It's not totally Joe's fault. He was in charge of the chicken. I could have did the same thing, but we were so much, involved in the conversation and everything. We're not paying attention, and the chicken wound up turning dry. Well, this chicken I'm going to be smoking outside, but I'm going to start out with the brine today. We're just going to make the brine, show you how to do that. Then it's got to sit in the refrigerator because we're not going to smoke it until tomorrow. You want to let it sit. I mean, you could brine it for just a couple hours if you wanted, but for the best thing, 12 hours, 24 hours is so much better. So let's get started with the brine. What we're going to need is water, H2O, right? Which is a gallon we have in here. Kosher salt, brown sugar, dark brown sugar, some lemons, 3 to be exact, soy sauce, we have black pepper, and we have chopped garlic. Now you can use fresh garlic. We just happen to not have any in the house, so I'm going to use this, which is perfectly fine. This is just for the brine anyway, guys. This is so that it can get all that moisture in there and some flavor too, and then we're going to put a dry rub at the end when we go to smoke it. But this is what we're going to start with. So what you want to do, guys, is put the water in the pot. Right there's your gallon of water right there. So what we have here is we have a cup of kosher salt. Okay, we have a half a cup of the soy sauce. One of the reasons why you're going to cook this is because you want the stuff to dissolve, like the sugar and the salt. I'm not going to just plop this in.
How much sugar is there in there?
Oh, this was a 1.5 cups of brown sugar, dark brown sugar. Okay, now we have a tablespoon of black pepper, and we have a tablespoon of the crushed garlic, which is about equal to about 5 or 6 cloves of regular garlic. Now you're going to take your lemons, and you can try to get the juice out like this if you want to. It doesn't really matter that much. I did get a really dull knife, didn't I? I didn't want to get one of my really sharp ones that I have to use. And then you're gonna squeeze the juice in there.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry about that, Tom. Pulp can fly, baby! All right, then you just drop the whole thing in there. I don't care if there's seeds in there or not, doesn't matter.
Oh, my other eye.
Oh no, he's filming blind. Same thing you want to do with the... If you roll them like that, it gets that juice all loosened up inside.
Which is interesting that works.
Yeah, the knife, I should have never got this knife out there. This is how you cut yourself when you're using a dull knife like this. All right, squeeze that one in there. These lemons are cold. Put that in there, and then...
Well, they won't be for long.
No, they won't. No, they're not going to be cold for long. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I usually take my really good knives, my Chicago Cutlery light knives, but I didn't want to get that out because we don't put them in a dishwasher. We wash them by hands. I was a little lazy. I didn't feel like... I thought this knife was sharper than this, and it's not.
It looks like it would be.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Okay, so we have that in there. Let me just get a paper towel real quick. And luckily I don't have any cuts in my hand. So now we're going to turn our burner on. And when you want to bring that to a boil, guys, you can stir it if you want to. Let me grab something to stir it with. Just get that all.
Soup.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, soup, right? So you're just bringing this to a boil. There's no time, like you don't have to sit there and like cook it for 20 minutes after it boils or anything like that. You just want to bring it to a boil so everything dissolves in there. So
So it just like boils and then you turn off the boiling and let it sit?
Yeah. And then you want it to cool down. Because you don't want to put chicken in there on the hot liquid, because then it'll start cooking the chicken. Right? So you want to cool it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put ice cubes in there to cool it down. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to completely get it to a chill before I add the... But I'll show you that step when we get to it.
Soup's boiling.
Yep. Finally, we put a lid on it to make it come to a boil faster. So now it's all about the cooling down process now, right guys? So you're going to want to put some ice in it, but what I'm going to do is this is way more brine than what I need. And the nice thing about this is when you make this much brine, you can kind of make, we're going to probably need about half of that. So we can just refrigerate the rest of it and then use it for something else.
Or freeze it if there's going to be enough time.
Yeah, but we're not going to freeze it.
Right.
So,
do you want to pour boiling liquid into plastic?
Why not?
Because what if the plastic starts melting?
I don't think this will melt.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I mean, boiling liquid and with salt.
It's microwavable.
I mean, yeah, but microwaves don't heat up like boiling liquid does.
Alright, so what I'll do, I'll put some ice cubes in here first, guys. Very carefully.
Ice cubes, cool it down.
There we go. Give it a little ice bath, they'll melt pretty fast.
After that, it will probably, I would say, be cool enough to not have to worry about pouring it into plastic containers.
Well, we'll put Tom's hand in it and see.
That's just messed up.
You're messed up.
I'm not the one threatening to put someone's hand in soup.
How fast that ice melts?
Very fast.
It's still really hot. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. Well, we'll wait about 5-10 minutes. So what we did, guys, is we poured half of it in a container over there. And that's just chilling over there. I poured the rest of it inside a big giant Ziploc like this, and I put it in a bowl. And the reason why we do that is to make sure that the breast is going to get covered in there, and that the bowl helps to hold it in there. And then if the bag turned on its side, it could leak out of here, and then you got a mess in the refrigerator. You don't want that.
Or just when you're pouring it in, it could happen.
Right. So right now, guys, it's still warm. But it's not hot. But I'm not putting the chicken breast in yet. I need to get this chilled down a little bit more. So I'm going to let it just sit out here and chill out. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to really get it chilled. And then, because I don't want to put it, you don't want to put something hot in the refrigerator. Because then you're just taking the temperature of your refrigerator down, and you can get other stuff that goes bad. So you want to get it to room temperature before you put it in the refrigerator. Then we're going to chill it till it gets to, the temperature of the refrigerator. Then we can put the chicken in. So we got a little ways to wait, and sit back and relax, and we'll go to the next step. So now it's nice and chill, guys, so we can open the bag up without spilling anything and take, what we're doing is chicken breast. You can use any part of the chicken that you want to. But I'm going to put the breast side down, or upside down rather, into that liquid, like so. Try not to spill. It's always beautiful touching raw chicken.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah. Okay, so that it's completely covered like that. And then
that's the important part.
Yeah.
Total submersion.
I'm going to leave it like that for just a second so I can wash my hand real quick. And hopefully it doesn't spill or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You can fit like 4 whole chicken breasts in these.
Yeah, I could have fit more in that if I had more.
It just makes it a bit harder to actually
two. So there we go. We just put it like that, guys. Then now what we can do is put this back in the refrigerator, and like I told you before, like 12 to 24 hours. Let that sit in there. I'm almost threw a shoulder out just then.
And then open at an awkward angle.
All right, there we go. Just let it chill out in there. See you tomorrow when we start smoking it for some delicious, moist chicken. Well, it's the next day, guys. It's approximately, that clock's wrong. What time would you say it is?
1:30ish.
Yeah, 30?
Something like that.
So, guys, I took the cover off of this. Now it's time for me to start this thing up. It's pretty easy. I've only used this thing one time. As you can see, you got a little stuff down there. You put foil in there so it runs down. We didn't do a video of us using this, did we?
No. What did we make with this?
What did we make on it?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Probably chicken.
Probably chicken.
But anyway, guys, so all you're gonna have to do on this, now I have an app on my phone. I could start it up with my phone, but it always goes off on the app is a little, what would you call it? I was gonna say faulty.
Buggy?
Huh?
Buggy?
Yeah, it's a little buggy. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. It's buggy. It just kicks you off for no reason, and you got to put your password back in. It's a pain in the neck. So I find that might be just easier just to do this. So you hit the power on, and I can't see crap because there's no shade. So I think I have to hit it and hold it. I think. I don't know. I can't even see if it's. I don't see anything lighting up. Do you?
Nah, I can't tell.
See, I'll make sure all my connections are good here. Let me see. Take this plug out and then put it back in.
Well, I went from making noise to making no noise. Oh, now it lit up.
All right, there we go.
Set off.
Okay, so we want to turn it on. And what it does is it goes through the things itself, and you have to go through the steps until it heats up to 150. It'll do it all by itself, so you just wait for it to get to 150. Once it gets to 150, then you can put the desired temperature in there, temperature up and down, but you can't touch that temperature control until it gets up to 150. But it has to go through steps. It has to go 1 through, I forget if it's 4 or 5. And when that's done, then we'll put the chicken on there and get that started. We're going to be cooking it at 225. It has little probes I'll be plugging in here to put into the chicken, so it'll just be when it gets to 165 they're going to be done. We'll show you that part when this thing gets all set up and ready. All right, guys, I had to turn my hat around because it's really bright out here, but so I got it started. It's up to what, 106 right now.
Climbing fast.
Yeah, it's climbing fast. Once it gets to 150, and I got the things wrong. It goes through steps 1 through 3. Once it gets to 3, then it starts. The temperature starts going up. And like I said, you wait till it gets to 150, turn the temperature up, and you're good to go. It smells so good. I love the smell of a smoker. But you can see the pellets in there. It's got a nice glass view there that you can look inside there to see what your level is. And you just fill it up when when it gets down. I'll probably fill it up when it gets halfway. It's like my gas tank. I like it to be filled up after always above half. But anyway, so I'm going to just let that go until 150 and then turn that up to 225, and then we can show you doing the chicken. I just wanted to show you when it was actually working and everything. This grill is absolutely amazing. It really is. And I went on my phone to see the app, and I'm not even signed in. Like, I got to put my password and everything. I don't even remember what it is. I don't remember what my what even email account I made with it. It's a pain in my butt. If I have one complaint about this, it's the app. But like I said, you don't have to have the app. You can use everything right here. So, all right. Well, we're ready to put that chicken on. We'll turn the camera back on.
All right.
Okay, guys, it's a little noisy, as you can hear, but that means the auger's working and it's putting the pellets in there. So it's up to 150 now, so now I can set the temperature. So I'm going to go up. I'm going to go set it at 225, guys. Now I wanted to show you. Tom remembered the password and stuff, so I can show you right here. Here's the app on my phone, and you can see it says 146 here. It's because it went down. It went down 4 degrees in that little short time. And that's what happens when it's cool outside. It'll go down, but it'll back up. But once it hit 150, I was allowed to set the temperature. And it'll continue to heat up. See, there comes the smoke out of there now. And then when I put the probes in, probe 1 and 2, right? That's where the temperature of what the meat will be in there. So I can keep track of it on my phone, so I can go hang out inside or whatever. I don't have to sit outside. Well, today I will, because today is it's absolutely gorgeous out here. It's probably close to 60 degrees.
Definitely the warmest day of the year so far.
So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go in the house and get the chicken ready. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rinse the meat off. And the reason why I want to do this is because there's a lot of salt in here. You don't have to rinse it off, but it might be a little bit too salty then. So I am definitely going to just rinse it off just a little bit like that. I'm going to put it on some paper towels right here. And as you can see, it's cold. That water's cold. As you can see, the meat is actually turned a little bit color because of the soy sauce that we put in there. All right, there we go. And I'm not gonna, the reason why I'm not going to wash my hands yet after touching raw chicken is because I ain't done. I'm gonna pat these off a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is do everything one-handed now. I'm going to be using this seasoning here. Did I say this yesterday on there at all or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now this seasoning I've never used before.
Never even opened to smell it.
We're kind of doing a product review right now. It's always fun to open these up. Spicy. Oh yeah. Got a little heat to it. Little bit. Not much though.
Well, it's called sizzle.
I think I breathed in some pepper.
Hate it when that happens.
Excuse me while I sneeze.
In the meanwhile, I'll turn on the light.
Alright, it went away. Okay, so I'm doing a dry rub on this, so what I'm going to do is pour a whole bunch of this on here, like so. And I'm just going to kind of like work her in a little bit. I'm also going to flip these over. I want to do it on this side too. And if you hear me sneeze all of a sudden, you know why. Because I'm fighting it back right now.
Yep, I was taught you gotta get that seasoning all over.
That pepper went up my nose, I'm telling you. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to put these on a plate like this. Yep, there's... Breathe it in.
You good?
I think I'm getting dry rubbed right now. That doesn't even
Don't
sound
say
right. Yeah, don't ever say that again, right? Oh man, whew. All right, and then when you have, because there was raw chicken and everything on here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my hands real quick, even though I'll be touching it again. But because I got to open the door and stuff like that, I'm going to wash my hands. That's the one thing about raw chicken, you got to wash your hands plenty of times.
Although if you use tongs, because I imagine the next thing you're going to be doing with it is putting it in the smoker, right?
On the smoker, yeah. And once I put it on there, here's our probes that we have. We'll put them in the meat outside. Yeah, I'm not going to use the tongs to put these on. I'm just going to use my hand. And then you can open the door and close for me. I got to sneeze and I'm fighting it back this whole time. I should have just let it go.
Oh yeah, I just got a whiff of pepper.
Probably as soon as I look at that sun. I don't know about you guys, but I sneeze when I look at the sun. I'm gonna try not to.
Most people might have sneezed right then because the light difference from inside to outside was bright.
Yeah, it was. All right, the nice thing about this too is that it has a couple sturdy shelves on it too, which is really nice. So what I'm gonna do is get these probes out like this. Oh, try not to put a knot in them.
Might help.
All right, I'm gonna plug that in there.
That's the right temperature too.
And I'm going to
This thing heats up fast.
put about halfway in there. Yeah, it does. I'm telling you, I love everything about this grill. They're pricey, but it's a lot easier than the other one. You got it. See, this is, when you put things away, you should pay attention to what you're doing.
And it's the law of wires. No matter how carefully you put away a wire, it'll always tangle with itself.
Is that a law?
I think it actually does have a name, but I can't remember what it is.
It's not Murphy's Law, because Murphy's Law... There we go. All right. So now, I'll put this one in there. And I'll try to get all these kinks out of here. There we go. And you put it on, try to put it in the fattest part of the breast. This one don't want to work properly. Without going into the bone, guys.
Yep.
All right. I probably should have worn my gloves out here, but I'll be okay.
I hope so.
I will. Put that there, and put this one right there. And we're going to close it like that. And guess what? That's all she wrote, guys. And I'll show you inside my phone when I get out of this bright sun. And I didn't sneeze. The pepper feeling went away.
Nice. Same.
Oh, you gotta get the door.
I'll get the door. I was gonna close it, but okay.
Oh, I close it with my elbow.
I see that.
That's what God gave the elbows for. Okay, so, and then I got, this liquid here is something that you don't want to get on your hands, or else you gotta, because it had raw chicken in it. But what I'm going to do is actually around here, what we do is I'll just dump that back in the woods. It's all just, you saw what it was. It was just like lemon. There's Tom sneeze. Okay,
yeah,
so.
that's a cloud of pepper in here or something.
So here we go, guys. Let me get it on here. Watch it disconnected. Are you kidding? Oh, phew. All right, so here we go. It's at 225 right now, and the meat is, one of them is 61 and one of them is 53. Probably the bigger one is probably 54 right now. So we can just keep track of this the whole time while we're just hanging out in the house. If it was too chilly outside, it's going to be beautiful, so I'll be sitting outside. And every once in a while I can just glance at my phone and I'll see the temperature of the chicken, and that's it until it gets to 165. Then we can take it off. We're going to let it rest for probably about 10 minutes, and then we'll cut it up. Pretty easy. That's what I'm saying. I love this. This grill's pretty awesome. So we'll let you know when it's done. Probably an hour, man, not an hour, probably 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, because it's a little chilly outside. It's 50 degrees outside, so it's going to make it work extra. I don't know. It keeps it pretty accurate at 225, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Maybe an hour and a half, Tom. We'll see. 165 is the target.
Yep.
I left it on the probe there. Let me just show you on the phone. You can see the one breast is up to 165. The other one's 153. But I'm going to use my handheld one just to check to make sure that it is actually 165. That's saying 163, right? So we're gonna let that go a couple more in this. What's it saying?
140.2.4.
What? Why is that one taking so long?
That's a very good question.
Okay, so obviously it's taking a lot longer than we thought. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to get it off the probe. It's at 226. I'm going to turn it up now to 250 and let it finish out. We know that the one that is telling us on the app that it needs to go 2 more degrees. We know that. So obviously these let me turn this off. Obviously the probes that are on there need to be calibrated. So we'll just wait and see, because we want to make sure the chicken's done. I don't need to be getting sick.
Certainly not.
We'll have Tom taste test it.
What?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
You did. Sizzling.
You hear that juice coming out? I gotta put that probe in that one. Put that on that plate. Pull that out like that. Close this up, keep that heat in there. So we're gonna wait for that other one. What we did, guys, is we were using my other little thing here. I'm gonna go put this in the house because it'll get cold too fast. You want to just wrap it in foil to let it rest for about 10 minutes before you cut it. So I don't think I need to show you this other one. We're just going to wait till that gets up to temperature, take that off, and then we'll show you the cutting part and the eating part. All right, guys, the other one is not done yet, so we are going to now slice this one up. Just look at, I only cut the skin off on that one basically, but I just want to show you, look how juicy that thing is. Look at that. So I'm gonna taste this. It's a little hot. But it is absolutely delicious, guys. Would you like to taste some?
I would, yes.
Would you like that piece right down here with the skin?
Sure.
Would you want the skin or you want me to get the skin off of it?
You've already got the skin off it anyway.
Here you go. Oh.
Yeah, don't do it like that.
Anyway, you see that juice though? Look at that. Look, watch.
That is very, very good chicken.
It's delicious, but I just want to show you. Michael and Joe, Pickle Boy, this is for you. Look at that juice pouring out of it. That's how you make juicy chicken. You brine it. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna cut this all up. I'm gonna have a couple sandwiches myself. Until next time, grab yourself something cold to drink. Or room temperature. Put your feet up and relax. I'll meet you at the lounge.